Hey, tired of those horrible random customizations in Underground 2, right? Well, in this video, you'll learn how to create your own races and compete against cars you built yourself. Or even better, if you've got a big imagination and of course a lot of free time, you could even make your own career mode with your own story and characters. Sounds cool, right? Then let's not waste any more time and get started. Okay, first you need to download a few things. You'll need the extra options script for NFS Underground 2, and you'll also need two tools, Memphis Rider and Binary. You can find all the download links down in the description. Once you've downloaded everything, go to the Files from Extra Options, then open the Scripts folder. Inside, look for the file called nfsu2 extra options settings.ini. In that file, find the option Show Debug Event ID and enable it by changing the value from 0 to 1. Then save the changes. After that, copy the scripts folder and the dinput8 file and paste them into the folder where your NFS Underground 2 is installed. Perfect. Now we're ready to start the game. Here we are. I recommend starting a new game and unlocking everything by pressing F5, thanks to extra options. Now it's time to create the cars you'll use in your custom race. In my case, I've modified 3 cars. First, in a previous video, I customized this Ford Mustang Cobra. This will be the car I'll be driving in the race. My 2 rivals will be, first, this Nissan Skyline GTR, which I built to recreate the player's car from the Underground 2 intro. And second, none other than Razor with the BMW M3 GTR. That way, I can also put the M3 GTR in the video's thumbnail and hopefully get more views. If EA can milk this car to the max, why couldn't I do the same? Anyway, once you've finished customizing your cars, make sure to save your game. Now you need to pick the track you want for your race. To do that, go to Quick Race. You'll notice that in the top right corner, you can see the ID for each track. That's thanks to extra options. Just look for the track you want. In my case, I'll go with this circuit, which has the ID 4088. It's important that you don't forget the ID of the track you chose because you'll need it later when creating your custom race. Once that's done, just exit the game. Now the first thing you'll do is turn your customized cars into presets, and for that we'll use Memphis Rider. Open the first folder and run the file memphisrider.exe. Click on Run. Then go to Open Profile. And here, you need to look for your save game. In my case, it's located in Local Disk C, Program Files x86, Need for Speed Underground 2, Save Games. If you don't find it there, it's probably in your Documents folder or somewhere else. Once you open your save game, you'll see the cars you created listed here. In my case, I have 3, the Mustang Cobra, the Skyline, and the M3 GTR. As you can see, the Skyline appears with its name, but the other 2 show up as a string of letters and numbers. That's because those 2 are mod cars, but don't worry, this works with modded cars too. Now select the first car and click Export as Preset. Save the preset wherever you want, and give it a name so you can easily identify it later. If the car is a mod, the program will also ask you to set an X name. I recommend using the same name as the Cars folder inside the Cars directory of your Underground 2 installation. For example, this car is installed as Cobra, so I'll use Cobra as the X name. After that, it will show you the name you gave to the preset, and you'll need to choose the performance level for your preset. In my case, I'll set it to the maximum. I'm not exactly sure what the sponsor car button does, but I won't touch it. As you can see, the preset is now created. Repeat the same process for the rest of your cars. Here, it didn't ask me for an X name because the Skyline isn't a mod. For the M3, it asked for an X name because it is a mod. Once you've finished creating all your presets, save your profile and close the program. I'll make a folder to keep my presets organized. Now it's time to create our custom race, and for that we'll use binary. Run the file binary.exe as administrator and accept. Select Modder Mode. If this is your first time using binary, you'll need to create a new launcher by clicking Main, then New Launcher. In Path, select the folder where you have Underground 2 installed. In my case, local disk C, program files 86, Need for Speed Underground 2. In Usage, select Modder. In Game, select Underground 2. Click Save. Give your launcher a name and save it wherever you want. Then click OK and close the launcher maker. Now load your launcher by pressing Yes. Now on the left, you'll see two files. The one we need is the second one, globalb.lzc. Inside, go to Preset Rides. Here you'll find all the game's presets, like Rachel's 350Z. Now you need to load the presets you created earlier. To do this, right-click Preset Rides and select Import Node. I'm not really sure what type does, but I always choose Negate. Then select one of your presets. Click Open, and then OK. You should now see that your preset has been imported. Repeat this process for the rest of your presets. Once all your presets are imported, go to G Careers, Main, and then press Open Editor. Now it's time to create your race. Go to G Career Races. Here you'll see all the career mode races. To add your own, right-click G Career Races, then Main, Add Collection. Give your race a name, and click OK. Your new race will appear at the bottom of the list. Now it's time to configure your race. Belongs to Stage defines the stage where the race will appear. I'll set mine to Stage 0, which is when you use Rachel's car, so that way I can test my race at the very beginning of the game. Event Trigger defines where the race appears on the map. I left a link in the video description with an image showing all the event triggers. In my case, I'll set it to appear at the airport with EV120. Intro Movie adds a cutscene before the race. I don't know exactly how this works, but it's possible to set one. Is hidden event hides the race from the map. I'll set it to false so it's visible. Num opponents. Well, this is the number of opponents. In my case, 2. Num stages is the number of races in the event. If you want a tournament with multiple races, you'd set it here. For me, it's just 1. Outro movie is the same as intro movie, but for the end of the race. Player car type lets you select a preset to use as your player car. If you leave this blank, you'll use your current career car. I'll set it to my Mustang Cobra preset. Cash value is the prize money. I'll leave it at 0. Earnable respect is the respect gained from the race. I'll also set it to 0. Event behavior is the race type. For me, it's a circuit. Event icon is the icon shown on the map. I'll set it to regular. GPS destination, not sure what this does. Is drive to GPS lets you set the race as a GPS destination. I'll put true. Is SUV race restrict the race to SUV only. I'll put false. Num map items, not sure what this does, so I'll leave it at 0. Reg races 1 is the number of regular races required to unlock this one. I'll set it to 0. Rec spec race 1 doesn't seem to do anything. Rec spawn races 1 is the number of sponsor races required. I'll set it to 0. Rec URL races 1 is the number of URL races required. Again, I'll set it to 0. Traffic density defines how much traffic will appear in your race. The higher the number, the more traffic. I don't know the limit, but I'll set it to 1. Unknown fields, I'm not sure what these do, so I'll leave them at 0. Unlock method defines how the race is unlocked. I'll set it to appear at the start of the stage. Unused value does nothing. Now let's assign the opponents. Name, write your rival's name here. In my case, my first opponent will be Razor. Preset ride, enter the name of one of your created presets here. Catch up determines if the rival can catch up if they fall behind. I'll set it to 1. Skills easy, medium, and hard defines AI difficulty. The higher the number, the more difficult the AI will be. The max value is 9. If you go higher than that, the AI will drive weird. Stats multiplier, not sure what it does, but I'll leave it at 3. Repeat this process for all your opponents. Finally, assign the track for your race. In reverse direction, runs the track backwards. I'll put false. Number of laps. Well, this is the number of laps. I'll set it to 2. Track ID. Enter the ID of the track you chose earlier. In my case, that's Ford 88. Once everything is set, you can close the main editor. Now it's really important to save your changes. To do that, go to Main, Save Files. After that, you can close binary without any problems. Now let's start NFS Underground 2. Once you're in the game, go to Career Mode. As you can see, it's a new career. After a few moments, the races should appear on the map, and if my calculations are correct, the one I created should appear right in front. Nice. As you know, at the start of the game there are only 2 races on the map, but now there's a new one at the airport, and that's my custom race. As you can see, Razor is the one talking to me, and it's also the track I chose. Awesome. Everything's working perfectly. Ouch. Now, I want to show you one last thing. Check this out. As you saw before, Razor is the one talking to me. But that's just a random message from the game. Now I'm going to show you how to create your own custom messages for your races. For that, we need to exit the game. First, we need to open Binary again. Select Modder Mode. Now, in the box below, type the following command. New negate languages \english.bin. Then go to Scripting and click Run Command. On the left, you'll see a new third file appear. Inside it, go to str blocks, then press Global and click Open Editor. Here you'll see all the in-game messages. To create your own message, go to String and select Add String. In the label field, it's important to first type engage_, followed by the name of the race you created earlier. Then, in the text box below, write the message you want for your race. In my case, I'll type, "Hi, I'm Razor, and I'm gonna kick your butt." Once you've written your message, click OK and close the global editor. Finally, save your changes and open Need for Speed Underground 2. Here we are again. Let's see if the message for my race has changed. As you can see, Razor's message changed, and now he wants to kick my butt. My custom race still works perfectly. Well folks, that's the end of the tutorial. If you have any doubts or questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll reply. If someone watching this knows Binary better than I do, you can also share your suggestions and tips down below. I hope this video helps you a lot. Now let your imagination run wild. Thanks for watching.